petrified of falling pregnant. Oh, Sam, I was petrified. You know why I was petrified? Was because I literally saw girls growing up in church falling pregnant before time.
Yes.
I had to be divorced.
Yes.
I had to go through the public thing that my own husband
Yes.
has done on the very same platforms
Yes.
I've put him out there.
Do you not feel like a hypocrite though? Because
Yeah.
you build your whole brand behind Usangoma. I mean,
made
your
so
name,
much money from
Go
it.
Skoteni.
And capital and profited from it.
Yes, it was my time.
Oh.
Should I shy away from it? Should I shy away from it? No. It was my time.
Now, this is why I call them PR Stunt Queens, simply because they have this ability of turning their pain into profit. A lot of our influencers, content creators, and public figures are now using their pain, their traumas, and turning it into brands, right? I mean, I don't know if this is the new money-making scheme or is this good storytelling and acting? You could only wonder, right? But one thing I'm going to tell you is that these girls are cashing it out, right? Now, with that said, hi and welcome back to the channel. Come closer, class is in session. Today I'll be talking about rebranding as your trauma, as an influencer, content creator, or a public figure. And this is something that really happens. A lot of people don't pay much attention, simply because in South Africa, let me tell you something about the entertainment industry or the creative space, right? There's dark content and there's good content. Now, dark content, obviously, it's trauma, pain, sad stories, bad life experiences, gossip. A lot of people watch this and they gravitate towards such content. The numbers are there, the views are there, people love it, they engage with it, right? Even though some people don't like it, but at the end of the day, they watch such content. Good content does not really get you views. I'm not going to lie to you. Only a selected few will win with this type of content, right? I mean, good content includes things like personal development, motivation, just good, clean content. Never really goes far. So a lot of people enjoy the dark side of things. And you should ask yourself why. Why are we like this in society? And why do we literally condone such content and entertain such content, right? Now, I just want to start off by saying that I have so much respect for the women that I'll be talking about in this video. Honestly, I do. I respect them, their brands, and their stories. Honestly, it's with no ill intention. They are the few influences I could think of and use as an example to make you guys understand what I'm trying to say. And I just want to say that a lot of women watch my content. So please, ladies, step forward. Let's engage. I could be completely wrong. With this video, I could be completely wrong, right? So I stand to be corrected. But please, let's not be messy in the comment section. We can agree to disagree respectfully. From my side, I need to be very respectful when I deliver this video, simply because these are real people who lived these experiences and their stories are very sensitive. Now, I want you to understand what I'm saying. I am not focusing on their stories. I'm not dismissing their pain, their trauma. They lived this out, right? I'm not going to focus on that. I am focusing on the technique, the approach, the strategy, right? How they do things. We are human beings. We all go through things. I can sit here and tell you guys that I broke up with my guy in March, April, right? But why do I feel the need to bring it online? I can talk about it to my friends, family, and people around me. I don't have to bring it online. My question is, why do they bring it online and consistently talk about it? Why do they package it so nicely? Literally, having venues, going on podcasts, writing books, going on tour. You are talking about trauma. You're talking about something that hurt you, that pained you, right? I mean, we can talk about it and get over it. Not necessarily get over it like that, but why now you want to create this entire content and everything around it? That's the question I'm really asking today. So I'm not dismissing their lived experiences, their trauma, and their pain. No, I'm just focusing on the technique and the approach. I hope I make myself clear, right? Now, with that said, let's get into the video. Women relating through pain and trauma is becoming a norm in society. It's the new standard, right? A room can be filled with women who share the same experiences, the same trauma, the same pain, while one person is capitalizing off all of this, right? Trauma dumping and capitalizing off pain is becoming a thing. I mean, turning your pain into profit is something that happens a lot in the creative space. Identifying a group of women or people who share the same experiences, the same traumas, and then making money out of it or content is being normalized in society and the creative space. Right? Now, don't get me wrong, right? Respectfully so, right? But building an audience and a following around your pain and trauma, that's calculating for me. I see that a bit weird, you know? It's the approach, it's the technique, it's the marketing, it's the consistency. You literally focusing on this pain. You focusing on this trauma. Is this now becoming your identity? Is this a business? Or now you're playing victim? Which one is it? Right? Because now you're consistently talking about this, right? And this has been happening a lot. It's just that we don't pay much attention to this thing. But now I think we are waking up and paying much attention to it, right? I mean, with channels like Your Moja Love, right? Whereby they make money of Black people's pain. Right? They make money of Black broken homes. Also with mainstream media, they will use political, economic, and social issues around Black people and make money out of it. Right? In our movies, in our storylines, you get what I'm saying? And now recently with influencers and public figures who are now using their own breakup stories, divorces, fights, trauma, right? Sad life experiences and childhood trauma to make money out of it. Now, don't get me wrong. It's okay to talk about it. We are human beings, you know, in an interview, in a post, in a blog, just talk about it and move on. The problem starts, or my thing is, why are we now dressing up for the trauma? Why are we going on tour for the trauma? Why are we writing books for the trauma? Why do we have ticket sales for the trauma? Clearly at this point, you're enjoying this thing. It's no longer trauma. You identify as your trauma. It's now your identity. You're making it your brand. Do you get what I'm saying? And in the midst of everything, right? One thing I do not like is how they talk down on the people that helped them create this entire thing. I can give you an example of this. Gokos Koteni came online and she branded herself as a sangoma, right? There were people who believed her. We believed her, even though you didn't believe in what she was saying or whatever she lived for, but we believed her as a sangoma. When she had these different topics, people bought her products, people went for consultations, people supported her. Now that you're detaching yourself from this entire thing, why do you feel the need to talk down on the people who still believe in this? Right? Also with Christianity, she did that. She was showing up as a Christian, going to churches and showing appearances. Now she's no longer Christian. She's a woman of God. I don't even know what that means. Now you want to talk down on people. Why do you feel the need to talk down on the very same people that were supporting you and your brand and what you believed in then? Right? Same applies to women who are married. I mean, just because you got divorced does not mean you need to talk down on marriage. It doesn't mean you need to talk down on relationships and women and men. No, it was your bad experience. We're sorry, but move on quietly. You don't have to turn it into your identity and a brand and center your entire content creation around your trauma or pain. Right? Now, I want to show you a few things quickly when it comes to this topic, right? And how they brand themselves. Now, with Gokos Koteni, she brands through religion and womanhood. Right? With religion, she was a sangoma. Then she changed, she became Christian. And now she's rebranding through womanhood. What do you mean womanhood? The fact that she went to go sit on the biggest podcast in South Africa, she knows what she's doing, right? And start discussing everything, including how her ex-baby daddy said the things he said about her and her children. She knew that we're going to feel something for her. Every woman, every man literally felt the pain. When she said her husband, her ex-husband, literally said, I wish I never married you and used that money for my mother's things because here you are giving me disabled kids. Why would you say that to the mother of your children? So everyone felt that. We were all angry. Personally, I do not like him like that after what I heard until he comes forward and maybe explains himself, right? So she's recruiting women. Right? And then with Promise, she rebrands through marriage and divorce, right? For the longest time, Promise spoke down on unmarried people, divorced people, single mothers, you know? And now that she's divorced, here she is back again, rebranding as a divorced woman, talking about how she's building a house for her children, how she's still surviving and going on stronger. So she rebrands through a divorce and marriage. And now with Nosy rebrands through trauma and Christianity. So she'll talk about her experience, her lived experience, and then motivate people through church and have those conversations through Christianity. So no one is saying they shouldn't talk about their experiences and lived experiences, but it's just how it's so public, it's so planned, right? It's so put together, it's so consistent. Why are you guys packaging it so well? The fact that you can go talk about everything on the biggest podcast in the country. Why? You know? So I think we should stop glamorizing trauma, right? And making it look nice. We go through things. We are human beings, and it's difficult, it's hectic. But I think as Black people, we are always associated to some form of pain, hardship, disappointment, struggle. At this point, we think it's our identity. That's the sad reality. I pray that the next generation of women, men, and children do not have to sit in rooms and discuss their pain and traumas and how their father left them and never came back, how their mother never supported them, how their uncle took advantage of them, how they had to change profiles and turn it into purple simply because they never felt safe in society. Initially, what I'm saying is that as a society, we need to start watching what we say with our mouths. Dark content is overpowering good content. Whether you like it or not, people are talking. And people are always talking about the bad, the negative, right? It's very rare to find someone who's getting the views, the likes, a successful brand, just talking good things. And when I mean good things, I'm talking about personal development, motivation, encouraging people. It's very rare. It's very rare. But the minute you talk about other people, you talk about dark things and scary things, trust me, everyone is going to flock to your page. You're going to get the views. You're going to get the engagement. So tell me what you think about this topic, right? Is it okay for influencers, content creators, and public figures to rebrand as their trauma? What do you think about this? Do you understand what I said? And you can correct me where you want to. I did say that I stand to be corrected, right? With that said, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Hopefully, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.